Yo, what's up, YouTube? Grady here, Grady's Gear, and today I got a full review for you of the Axial Gear Shift. And I did an unboxing video of this guy a while back. I've had it for a while now, and I've carried it, used it, really got a good feel for it, and I'm ready to give you guys my full and final thoughts on this guy. Axial Gear is a relatively new knife company. What makes this really appealing is the price point for an all-American made out-the-front knife. Now, when you think of out-the-front knives, when it comes to all-American made, you think of Microtech, of course, Guardian Tactical, stuff like that. And, those prices can be quite high, high twos, low threes, and it only goes up from there depending on what you get. This one, in this particular configuration, this has got the stonewash blade, black handle. It does have the SPM S35VM blade. This is coming in at 200 bones, guys. That is something that you just do not see for this price point on a all-American made OTF. And Axial Gear was kind enough to send this in to me to review. Huge shout out to those guys. They are located in Utah. And I have raved about this thing, guys. I have gotten my buddies, Kevin, to get one. He absolutely loves it. This is his new favorite OTF. And he actually got one for Kyle, and Kyle loves it. So we've definitely... Oh, and Jake, too. Jake just got one. Just did I think he uploaded his review the other day of his. So this is a really, really cool knife. Real quick, before I get into the all the meat and potatoes, I do have a link that I'll throw in the description below for this knife, guys. If you're interested in picking one up for yourself, I do have a discount code for you guys. And if you guys are interested in picking one up, it does save you some money. So at a 200 bucks, you're probably going to pay like 180. So that's a hell of a deal, under $200 for an all-American made OTF knife. So I will leave the link in the description down below, which I did on the unboxing video, and a few of you guys bought some. So I really do appreciate that. I do get a cutback from that, and it really helps out the channel more than you know, because I am not made out of money, and it helps me fund things for the channel. So I really do appreciate that, guys. Also, before I get into this review, I just want to remind everybody that if you like knife content, if you like EDC gear content, considering hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel, guys. It helps more than you know. I don't really ever say that in my videos, mainly because I forget and because I feel weird saying it. I feel like an advertisement kind of person, and that's not what I am. I review, not advertise. So, but if you do happen to stumble across this video and you like the content, consider subscribing. I'm pushing 700 subscribers now, and my goal by the end of January is to hit 1,000, because that will hit my 1-year mark on YouTube. And I think that is going to be a hell of a milestone for me, because my original little goal for myself was 500, and I surpassed that pretty quickly. So, and again, guys, I really thank you guys for the support and everything. So let's get into this. First of all, the handle. It is a little bit wider than an Ultratech, which is freaking phenomenal for me. It fills the hand better, in my opinion, than an Ultratech does. It's got the handle of like a Combat Troodon, but yet the length of a Ultratech, which is perfect for me. I absolutely love that. I also love the minimum branding. It says Axial on the blade, and you got a little logo right here, Axial logo. And then all it says on the blade on the other side is S35VM. You do have their little logo right here, but it's very clean. It's a very clean look. I love it. I love how neutral the handle is. This knife is extremely comfortable to hold and to use. So this thing is just phenomenal in the hand, guys. This finishing on the aluminum is like a ProTech. If any of you guys have experienced a ProTech, they're another all-American made automatic knife company, and they have some amazing knives. Their finishing is by far my favorite, and this is on par with their finishing. It feels absolutely phenomenal. In my opinion, it feels better than ProTech. Not ProTech, Microtech. It feels better than Microtech's finishing, and I've owned a ton of Microtechs. This finishing I like a lot better. It's just great. Second thing, the switch. There's barely, I mean, there's a little play, nowhere near as much play as on my Ultratechs that I've had. I've had one Ultratech that had barely any play on it, and that was out of like the 7 Ultratechs I've owned. This one, barely any play on it. The grip right here on the switch is absolutely perfect to get your hand on. I don't have any issues. It's not overly grippy. Gives you just enough to really push it out. Freaking love that. The pocket clip. I said in my unboxing video that this is set up for left-handed carry because it's got a screw right here and you can just swap it. Because of how this is angled one way, it does not work left-handed. You can't just swap this over left-handed. It won't work. I've had that confirmed by Kevin, who tried to do it, and it doesn't work. But they do sell lefty clips on their website. So if you're left-handed, you are good to go. They do sell left-handed clips. When I hit them up, they said they do sell them, but they were sold out. So they're selling these guys. The only downfall that I have found so far, and it is like the smallest thing ever, it's not the biggest deal, is the blade to handle ratio. I feel like they could have put a lot more blade in this thing, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. It does, you don't notice it at first glance. You don't really notice it until you have it in hand. The blade to handle ratio, just I feel like they could have put a lot more. But on a positive note, it's not like a Guardian Tactical where the tip is sticking almost out of the handle to where if you run your finger across, you can cut yourself. It's not like that. So pros and cons to it, I guess. I'm taking it as a pro rather than a con, but like I said, if I had to give it a knock, it's the blade to handle ratio. I did get the S35VN version. I did ask for the 20CV and they sent me an S35. I'm not bitching. They sent me a knife for free, so I'm not going to complain about it, but I think Jake and Kevin, I believe, have the 20CV. I'm not so much as a user to where I'm really going to notice a difference, but if I were to buy one, I would go for the 20 CV because it's only an extra $20. So at $220 for 20 CV out the front, ultra sex size, I think that's a steal of a deal. They do offer this in a whole bunch of different colors, handles, and you can get a coated blade or non-coated blade. I am not a huge coated blade person. If I do get a coated blade, I want all blacked out everything. If I get a coated blade, I want it murdered out. You know what I mean? But I do love the overall just clean, modern look to this thing. This thing is an absolute joy to carry. It carries very well in the pocket. The pocket clip's got great retention. It doesn't come out as much as like an Ultratech does, which is phenomenal. I have no issues with this going in and out of the pocket. You do have Torx screws, guys. And as I'm filming this video, as of right now, taking this thing apart and putting it back together does not void the warranty. Unless people abuse it and you got everybody taking the knife apart and they can't figure out how to put it back together and then they start running into problems, then they're going to stop it. But as it sits right now, that does not void the warranty, which to me is a huge, huge plus. Considering what's out there, yeah, I think that is a huge, huge plus. Another great thing about Axial gear is that you can fully customize this knife. So they have a custom shop, kind of like what Benchmade does on their website, where you pick your model and then you can customize it to however you want. You get to pick the blade steel no matter what. So if you wanted to get this exact knife, but you want 20 CV, they have that option. You just go on their website, you click on the shift model, which is what this is. This is the shift. And you pick between 20 CV or S35VN. Obviously, S35VN is going to be $20 cheaper. So there's a $20 price difference between the 20 CV and S35. So you pick your poison on that. But you can pick the coated blade, the stonewash blade. They got different colors on here. And also, so you could do like blue on the front side and then black on the back side if you want to do that. You can DLC coat the hardware. You can have the all blacked out pocket clip. So you can really same thing with the switch. So you can really customize this to your liking and fit your personality, which is great. And with the holiday season coming up, guys, if you have a knife guy in your family, or maybe you are yourself, and maybe your wife's trying to figure out what to get you for Christmas, I say this because I think this is at a great price point. $200 for an out the front OTF, American made. Now, their pocket tools and stuff on their website, those are made overseas. But their OTF knives are 100% made in the US. So I did get that confirmation from Axial Gear. I did ask them that before they sent me the knife. Their OTF knives are 100% made in the US. So they do also offer, this is the drop point blade, which I love the swedge on this. It does have these little kind of lines to go through for aesthetics. They also sell a double-edged version on there if that is your jam. I'm kind of thinking about getting a double-edged version myself. Sorry, I hit the hit the knife against my tripod, and I thought I about knocked over the tripod. But yeah, they do sell a double-edged version. And moving on into the future, I think they're going to be coming out with different blade shapes. If Axial Gear, if you're watching this video, I would love to see the Warncliffe style blade on here, like a really aggressive Warncliffe style blade. I think that would look freaking sick. I'm not going to go over the packaging because I have to go dig it out. I did that on my unboxing. The packaging is freaking phenomenal for a $200 knife. You get stickers. You get awesome box on there. They even threw in a titanium key ring in there and stuff like that. A checklist of everything that they go through to make sure that this is in pristine condition when it leaves and is shipped to you. So I think this thing is just freaking phenomenal. This has been my most carried OTF since I've got it, even over my Microtex. It's just, to me, it just does it. The action, listen to this. I mean, it thwacks when it comes out, especially on the way back in. I mean, it thwacks in there, guys. It comes out with authority, and this is just one of those knives where it's freaking awesome. There is, here, that's within the OTF, unless you get a hot deadlock, and those run you about $1,200. For $200, I'm okay with this. I am perfectly okay with this. But this knife right here, guys, has thoroughly impressed me. I'm so glad I came across these guys on Instagram and hit them up. They were very nice to me and was very generous in letting me check one out. And I am just super pumped to see what they come out with in the future. And I would highly recommend it. If you're an automatic guy, and I know some people aren't because of where they live, you know, the legalities and shit like that. But if you're an out the front guy and you enjoy out the fronts, I would highly suggest checking out Axial Gear because I think they just make a phenomenal product. And I'm not just saying that because they sent me this knife. If it was shit, I would say it. And I made that very clear in when I was talking to them that, you know, if this knife isn't good, I'm going to say it just to be clear. So, but yeah, that is not the case. This thing is freaking phenomenal. It's not the front. I mean, it is a fidget dream. And I haven't had any issues with it deploying. I haven't had one failure yet. And I've had that before on Microtex where I've had failure like right after I got it. Haven't had one yet. So they're just doing an absolute killer job right now, guys. I mean, look at this overall clean aesthetic. I mean, it's just, it's very simple, but yet it works. And, you know, this isn't like a lightning out the front or, you know, those $30 ones. This is quality. And I know quality when I see it. And this is definitely quality. And I would highly recommend this to anybody out there. So this was overall a very good review. I've just had a very good experience with not only the company, but with the knife, carrying it and using it. And I have carried it. I have used it. The edge on it is fairly good. It's very sharp. Is it the sliciest thing in the freaking world? Is it a laser beam? No, but it's a sharp ass knife and it cuts and it opens up my Amazon boxes with no problems. Opens up my kids' toys with no problem. So I can't really bitch, you know, too much. I am not an edge snob. So, I mean, let me see. It is still fairly sharp, guys. Very good knife. Very good knife. So, guys, this is going to be my full review of the Axial Gear Shift. Again, guys, phenomenal knife for the price. $200. I mean, you're going to spend $300 on a micro. I mean, if you're in a Microtech, go for it. If you're just wanting to try something different, like I was, dude, 200 bones. This is just phenomenal deal, guys. So that is going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it answers some questions for you. Again, if you want to buy this knife, I will leave a link down in the description. You just go to that link and then type in the, on your way to checkout, type in the discount code, and save yourself some money, guys, just like I like to do. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Hope you guys have a fantastic holiday season, and I will see you guys in the next one.